All right, is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Newton Town Council. Today's June 9th, 2025. We are only virtual this evening as our council chambers and courtroom are set up for the election tomorrow. Thank you to everyone who will be working a long day tomorrow to be available for Election Day. If we could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can we please have a roll call?
For Mr. Coos?
Here.
Mr. Dixon?
Here.
Mrs. Diglio?
Here.
Mrs. Teets?
Here.
Mayor LaFois?
Here. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this regular meeting was given to the two newspapers of record and posted on the official bulletin board on January 3rd, 2025. Everyone received the approval of the minutes from the May 28, 2025 regular meeting. I know that there were some additions and changes that were already submitted. Are there any other changes to be made? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion and a second to approve?
I will make the motion to approve the May 28th regular meeting and the May 28th executive session.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion by Councilwoman Diglio and a second by Deputy Mayor Dixon for the approval of both the May 28th regular meeting and the executive session. A roll call, please.
Mr. Coos?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Diglio?
Yes.
Mrs. Teets?
Yes.
Mayor LaFois?
Yes. Okay, thank you. At this point in the meeting, the Town Council welcomes comments from any member of the public on any topic to help facilitate an orderly meeting and to permit the opportunity for anyone who wishes to be heard. Speakers are asked to take one turn at the microphone and please limit their comments to 3 minutes. The clerk will keep time. If reading from a prepared statement, please provide a copy and email a copy to the clerk's office after making your comments so it may be properly reflected in the minutes. The council may choose to comment after the entire public portion has concluded. Please identify yourself and spell your last name for the record. And Tom, I'll ask you to see if there's anyone with a raised hand.
We have one so far.
All right, if you could please identify yourself.
Hello, my name is Maria Short. I live at 34 Diller Avenue near Thor Labs.
Hi,
Okay.
Maria.
How are you?
Good. I just saw your email come in. Please go ahead and share your comments.
I'm going to try and keep it brief. I know you guys are busy. I came here in person to Newton and I didn't realize you guys were online, but I have my phone and here we are.
Oh, good. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for joining us. Typically we would be, but we have election day tomorrow, so.
I understand. I moved to Newton about 1.5 years ago because my husband was diagnosed with end-stage Parkinson's and Newton was close to a hospital and it seemed the best location for our medical needs. He is currently in hospice care. Since I moved to my house, I've had many problems with the rental boarding house next door. The people renting the house have had criminal records. Many of them were recently evicted. The landlord who owns the property has allowed the property to remain in a state of disrepair. I have pictures of this disrepair that I can supply to you. I've been advised that this property has not met safety standards and its existence is really devaluing my property. And I've spent a great deal of time renovating it. It's an older home, as you can probably imagine. Most of them are around here. Anyway, the garbage has been strewn all over the property. I've had to call the police to have renters pick it up in the winter. Garbage was strewn all across the parking area. It was left there for weeks until I called the police and had them ordered to clean it up. Renters throw garbage on my property. I have to clean it up. The renter's dog attacked me and got into my garbage. I had to call the police many times. The animal control officer said he would speak to the people in the house, but problems keep happening over and over again. A large a metal tent they had in the back of their property flew up in a storm on the roof of my garage. I still don't know if there was any damage from it. I didn't call the police that time because it was, sort of an act of God. So I just left it alone. But there have been many times I did not call the police after the problems with these people. But I witnessed domestic violence. Neighbors stayed. The place had been condemned at some point, and there had been drug raids there.
1 minute left.
Okay. The most recent incident with the landlord is the reason that I'm coming here today. In an attempt to obscure the view from my kitchen window of the unpainted and peeling edifice, I purchased $1,600 worth of small trees so that the unsightly property would be obscured from my view, and hired a landscaper to plant them. Without consulting me, the slum landlord tore up the trees, threw them into my property, and saying they were on his property. I'm still trying to get my attorney to find out where the property line ends, but I'm looking to get the survey. I don't have it. But in any event, the landlord destroyed my property, resulting in hundreds of dollars of lost landscaping and printing. I called the police. Patrolman Wagner, number 56, arrived, and he said there was a little bit he could do. He said it was a civil matter, but this is a crime of trespass to chattel, and it's a criminal offense. Patrolman
3
Wagner,
minutes.
excuse me?
That was 3 minutes. But
Okay.
Finish your thought.
Basically, you got the gist of it. I don't want to belabor it, but I just think that somebody has to do something about this property. It's become too much of a problem for me. And I have my husband's sick, and I don't need this, and I don't think anybody should have to be subjected to this. Somebody has to do something about that property. It's still, the guy had somebody working on it, but it's terrible. And I don't know what you people can do, but something has to be done.
And so Maria sent me an email. Basically, she was reading from the email that she sent at about 4:53 this afternoon. So Maria, I'm going to forward your email on to our town manager, Tom Russo, and the clerk, so they can record that. And Tom, we can, at the end of the public session, we can comment on our next steps.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. Any other?
Yeah, we have Dr. Makaj.
Okay.
Good evening. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, council members. My name is Ludmila Mekaj, and I'm, as you know, a resident in this town. I recently participated in a property tax hearing concerning two of my properties for 2025 year tax appeal. While there were minor adjustments made, I must respectfully express that the final assessment still do not reflect fair market value. More concerning, however, is the conduct of the third-party firm hired by the town assessor or by you guys. I believe some of their practices may not only have been improper, but potentially violated legal standard. I'm currently preparing to present these concerns before a state judge with my lawyer, but I feel strongly that the town council should not wait for that outcome to take this seriously. You have a responsibility to oversee what's happening on behalf of taxpayers. If a hired firm is operating outside the bounds of the law or fairness, that must be investigated. I'm asking you, as elected representatives of this community, to look into the process that was used to evaluate whether this firm acted within legal and ethical boundaries, and to consider what corrective oversights or policy changes are necessary. That is not just about my properties. It's about public trust, accountability, and ensuring that no resident is subject to an unfair or unlawful process. And I think this is not the first time that I ask you in regard to this. Although it was for 2024, this is an appeal for 2025. Thank you for your time and attention.
Okay.
No one else at this time.
Okay. Anyone else? No. Okay, so we'll move on to council and manager reports. Mr. Russo?
I already received Maria's email through Deputy Mayor, so I've forwarded it to the appropriate departments
Okay,
to review and give me feedback by Friday. So I'll keep the council apprised of that. Just a friendly reminder, we're closed Thursday, June 19th for Juneteenth. Next council meeting will be in person. And congratulations to Danielle Penny for the Miss Newton contest and Elena Crowell for Little Miss Newton. Everybody had a good time at the event and appreciates everybody's support for that. That's all.
all right, Councilmember Cruz.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Councilman Diglio.
Yes, I just want to say that Newton Day went very well. And I want to thank the police department, the DPW department, the members of the committee that were responsible for putting the event on, and all the people that participated. As anyone that was there knows, we had rain, but people stayed. We went down to Memory Park, setting up, and we had rain, but we stayed, and then it cleared up. And the fireworks, I had nothing but compliments from everyone on the fireworks. So I want to thank the town for the fireworks. And like I said, I especially want to thank DPW because they were put to the test that day, them and the police. So thank you both groups very much.
Okay, Councilmember Teets.
Good evening. I'll just piggyback onto what Sandy said. Newton Day certainly had its challenges this year. I know the committee has a meeting, I believe tomorrow. So we'll talk about some good ideas and what was good and maybe what we can change for the future. And Sandy, I know you put a lot of time and effort into this. So sorry, I couldn't make the weather happen for you, but you know,
It
like
cleared up beautifully.
you know, and I'm glad it cleared up for the night. And I thought the fireworks were fantastic. There was a great band at the park. And yeah, same kudos and thanks that you provided, as well as to our fire department and our EMS for always standing by. And I did get the opportunity to judge the Miss Newton contest. And I am excited to see how Danielle Penny represents us at the Queen of the Fair in August. Very well-spoken. She just did a phenomenal job. And I'd like to compliment all the young ladies that went out for Miss Newton. They all did a terrific job. Any one of them would have represented us well. And I encouraged all of them to come back again next year. So we will see. And that's all. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Dixon.
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
Okay. I just have a couple of things. On June 4th, I was able to attend the scholarship reception for the 200 Club. These were scholarships that were given out to high schools or open to high school students from all of the county's high schools. Unfortunately, there wasn't someone from Newton High School, but many of the scholarship recipients are intending to go into careers somewhat adjacent to first responders or healthcare workers. So it was nice to be in company with their family. And then the next evening on June 5th, along with Tamron and Mr. Russo, we attended the Newton High School Scholarship Evening up at Sussex County Community College. There were over 70 scholarships that were given, roughly $100,000 in scholarship money that was distributed. And it was a lovely evening to really celebrate the accomplishments of this year's graduating class. And it was nice to be part of that, Tom. So thank you. I had the opportunity during Newton Day to just check in with Dr. Piccirillo, and he was very appreciative of the town's support in terms of the scholarship and attending the event. So I thought that was a great showing as well. echo everybody's comments on Newton Day. The weather was unfortunate, but certainly the times when it cleared up and the sun was shining, everybody was smiling and having a great time. And I know that there's a lot of work that goes into planning these events. So thank you to everyone that worked on Newton Day. And then yesterday afternoon, I had the opportunity and the honor to be with Scout Troop 85 to present Eagle Scout Court of Honor proclamation to EJ Muldoon. You know, we're so fortunate that Scout 85, Troop 85, has so many accomplished young people, and it was nice to see so many former Eagles show up to celebrate the newest Eagle Scout. I want to thank Councilwoman Diglio, because last weekend I know you attended and presented 2 other proclamations to 2 other Eagle Scouts. So this year we have a lot to celebrate at a Troop 85 for 3 new Eagles, who I know are going to continue to go on to do great things for their community. And I think that's all I have for tonight. We're up to item number 7 on unfinished business. There is none, so we'll move on to the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the town council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Tom, could you please run through the resolutions?
Sure, 166 is awarding New Jersey Water Bank program support to Suburban Consulting for the Sparta Avenue Pump Station project. That's $11,680. 167 is similar, but for the wastewater treatment plant digester improvements to Suburban for $11,680. 168, 169 are from Tom Ferry for iBank. The first one is for sewer various. Second one is for the water storage tank. 170 is a contract with NW Financial not to exceed $10,000 for them to review the pilot as it relates to Brookside. 171, that is our annual designation for Pride Month. 172 is the adoption of the county hazard mitigation plan as recommended by Lieutenant Finkel. 173 is a contract with Suburban to help us obtain grant support for the Memory Park athletic field improvements. That contract was $24,000. 174 is a resolution to cancel reserve balances. That's in the amount of $21,169. 175 is the purchase of a 2025 Ford Ranger XLT 4x4 through the Morris County Co-op. That's for Public Works Water Treatment Plant, $35,839, and then bills and vouchers.
Are there any questions on any of the resolutions, or any need to pull any of them for a separate discussion? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Deputy Mayor Dixon. Roll call, please.
Mr. Coos,
We are abstaining from checks 13287 and 13325. Yes, otherwise.
okay. Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Diglio,
Yes to all, except I'm abstaining on resolution 171.
Mrs. Teets,
Yes.
Mayor LaFois.
Yes. All right, so we'll move on to the second open public session. Tom, do we have anybody looking to make a comment during this section? All right, seeing none, we'll close that. Any additional counselor and manager comments, Mr. Russo?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to the mayor and also Sergeant Torres. They were nominated through the county chamber for the Inspiring Women Awards Luncheon, which is this Thursday, June 12th at Perona Farms. And there were a lot of other Newton-related nominees from Hospice, Project Self-Sufficiency, Thor Labs, and just many other groups. So congratulations to all the nominees for the Women Awards Luncheon. That's it.
Thanks, Tom. This is their inaugural event. 5 categories and 52 people. So it's a wonderful group of nominees for their inaugural event. Thank you. Councilmember Coos?
Yes. Sorry, my video keeps shutting off every time. Yes.
Additional comments for this section? Council manager comments? Okay.
No.
Councilmember Diglio?
I just want to also add my thanks to the fire department and the Newton First Aid Squad for their being there for Newton Day.
Okay. Councilmember Teets? Oh, you're on mute, Michelle.
Couldn't tell by my head nod. Sorry at this time.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Dixon?
Nothing else at this time.
Okay, and I have nothing else either. All right. Any other business for this evening? All right, very good. If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
I will make a motion to adjourn at 7:23 p.m.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Teets and a second by Councilmember Coos to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thanks, Dominic. Thanks, Terry.